Dr. Taylor, and today we're going to go over some basic tuba maintenance. So what you'll need is your instrument and a few basic items from your cleaning kit, including valve oil, slide grease, and your cleaning snake. I'd also recommend you have a piece of cloth or a small towel on hand, because this will get messy. So the first thing we're going to go over is how to oil the valves. So we're going to get our valve oil, unscrew the top of this. Now, to unscrew the valve, you're going to want to unscrew it from the base of the stem right here. You don't want to unscrew it from the top, but from the base of the stem right here. And we're going to unscrew it in a counterclockwise fashion. Now remove the valve. It should come out pretty easily. So what we're going to do is, we don't want to use a lot of valve oil, but just gently press it and the valve oil will come out. And we want to get a little bit as evenly distributed across this valve as possible. But again, we don't want to use too much. So once we've gotten it all over the valve, it's time to reinsert the valve. So, in order to reinsert the valve, locate your valve guide. So to reinsert the valve, you make sure that your valve guide fits into the groove in the valve casing. So I'm reinserting the valve and I'm going to fit it into this groove. It's very important, because if it doesn't go into the groove, then the valve is not going to be able to go in again. So once I've gotten it into the groove, I'm going to screw it back on in a clockwise fashion. Now, once you've got it back in, wiggle it around a little bit, and also blow some air into the horn while you're wiggling it around. So wiggling the valve and blowing air into the tuba is going to help get that oil distributed nice and evenly. So I would recommend oiling your valves at least once a week, possibly even more than that, but certainly no less than once a week. If your valves start getting sticky and hard to press down, then that's an indication that you need to oil them more than you're already doing. So now we're going to go over how to clean the insides of the tubing by removing tuning slides. So, this is my first valve tuning slide, and I know that because it's connected to the first valve. Now, whenever you're removing a tuning slide, you always want to press down the corresponding valve that's connected to that slide. If you try to remove the slide without pressing down the valve, then you'll probably hear a hissing sound, and that could cause damage to the tuba over time. So I'm going to remove the slide while pressing down the valve. This is very important. Okay, so now with the slide out, this may be a good opportunity to clean the inside of the tubing with the snake. So in order to clean this, you just insert the snake into the tubing, get it all the way down in there, then just pull it out. And these bristles on the end of the snake will do a good job of getting some dirt off from the inside. Hopefully it's not too dirty. And you can do this with all of your tuning slides and in your lead pipe as well. So now we're going to grease the slide. So I have slide grease here. So, kind of similar to what we did with the valve oil, we're just going to put a little bit on, but we want to make sure that we get both sides of this. Again, not too much. We don't need too much, but we want to make sure that we get both sides of this evenly. Now this does get a little messy, and it will get a little bit congealed. So it may be a good idea to now take your cloth and wipe it off a little bit, just to make sure that it's not too sticky. We don't need to wipe all of it off, but just a little bit. All right. So now that it's been wiped off and it's a little cleaner, we reinsert the slide. And we're going to push it in and out with the valve still pressed down. We're going to push it in and out to make sure that the slide grease, again, continues to get more evenly distributed. And it should be very easy to remove the slide and push it back in. So remember, these are tuning slides, so you're going to want to be able to remove them or pull them out or push them in pretty easily. And if they have a hard time moving, that means you need to grease the slide a little bit more. All right, so those are some of the basics of a cleaning. If you have any further questions, ask one of your band directors, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.